Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ba-do-ba-do. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da da. Da 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 da. Today on Belinda's Babies, we're going to talk about how to get rumors started. Yeah. And how to enjoy a cup of tea while gossiping. Did you know that it has been a traditional thing for a lot of people from the Maritimes to get themselves a cup of tea, sit down, and gossip? So we got to show these Maritime babies how it's done. So let's get some tea with the babies coming up. So babies, let's teach you guys how to gossip. First, you got to get yourselves a nice hot cup of tea. Don't forget to add the milk. You want some what? You want some lumps of sugar. All right. You got to start drinking tea young. One for you. Don't spill it. And cup of tea for Bobby Joseph. And a cup of tea for Natalie. Sugar too? All right. So, step one accomplished. Everybody has their tea, including me. Now, sometimes when you're getting ready to gossip, you got to get comfortable, meaning you got to take your glasses off so they're not putting light in the light, circles in the light. One thing you also don't do is you don't drink in a big mug. This is a soup mug. Drink in a cute little dainty mug. A cute little dainty mug. And sometimes you have little sandwiches, little cookies, little things like that. That's what you do. So, let's gossip. Did you guys hear? Step one, share something that you heard. Did you guys hear that Belinda from Belinda's Babies is acting a little strange lately? You didn't? They didn't hear that. Step two, you have to elaborate. Well, it's been caught on camera that she has been dancing, singing, and just being downright strange. Do you think she's okay? Step three, you might encourage conversations by asking them, what did you hear? Did you? I heard that too. I heard that she is a little bit worried about the shenanigans that went on here in Nova Scotia, Colchester County, yesterday. Yes? Yes? What's that, Natalie? Yes. It reminds her of the serious nature that took place a few years ago. And this is not funny. This is nothing to joke about. This is the serious nature that took place a few years ago. We'll talk about that at the end of the gossip lesson. Maybe. I took this whole comedy skit into a different routine because you know what? One, I didn't plan. So how to make a good YouTube video? One, come up with an idea. Two, plan. And don't just come up with things at the top of your head like I do. because this would have been good. This would have been really good, but I messed it up. So, on a serious note, the rumors are true. In 2020, there was a horrific situation that happened here in Colchester County, Nova Scotia. And I believe, was it around April? You know what? It's wrong. I'll put the dates up so you guys can investigate. We have been known as being Nova Scotia, relatively safe place to live. However, I think during the pandemic, I don't know. I can't really talk about, and I won't talk about the individual that created this disgustingness, this massacre that occurred in Nova Scotia. And I'm going to apologize because I started out as a comedy routine and then my mind kind of trailed into something else because I was thinking about something to talk about, and then I thought about yesterday, which made me think about this, which is the fact that there was 22 individuals, or 21 and a baby, unborn baby, that was gunned down here in Nova Scotia, which is not something you hear about here. This happened because a person decided that whatever their situation was in their life wasn't good enough, whatever, that they were going to, and they planned this for a little while, that they were going to pose as a police officer and had a car with decals that looked like a police car. And after he was done massacring people in his close proximity of the place he was residing in, he decided to get in this vehicle, pull people over, and shoot them. The location where this happened was where I used to live out, and it was a road that I traveled regularly to go to work. And it is so scary and horrific what happened to every single individual that this happened to. There was people that were pulled over that were actually VON nurses going to work or coming home from work. They were maybe sitting on the side of the road writing some of their notes. And of course, you're going to, do what a police officer says, right? That's what we're supposed to do, right? So they lost their lives. There was people walking, jogging, just in their houses. That road I would have been traveling around that time if I still lived up in that area, going to work or coming home from work, depending on my schedule. The reason why I'm thinking about this is because yesterday we had another alert, talked about there were shooters in close proximity to where we live, and to stay inside, and to not leave the premises. I'm glad that we did get an alert where in 2020, people still went back to business because they didn't know this was going on. And there was a big investigation into the fact that the general public should have been alerted in a more prompt and way that it would actually probably would have saved many lives. So this time, this happened yesterday. And it just made me think of it. It was really scary. We just sat at home. We waited, looking at social media, seeing what was going to be done, and if anything came up. And then they captured whoever they need to capture, and that was the end of it. I don't know what's going on, but 2020 caused a lot of turmoil in a lot of people's minds, which in turn maybe created a lot of unsettled minds, I think, which for some people ended up being tragedy. And in 2020, there was also a little fella that in our community, small town, that went missing and still to this day has not been found. And the last 4 years, I can't think of any other time where it's been nerve-wracking, scary, unsettling, and a time where we really need to appreciate every single day that we have. Because who knows what the next 4 years are going to bring, right? Anyway, I started this video. I thought in my head I was going to do a little dance, and I was going to talk about gossiping, then I was going to make up some shit about myself, and then I was going to talk about how the gossip gets going in the community and in the dog community, and I was going to do this and that. This is what was going on, and instead it took me in a different turn, and I apologize for that because it ended up being a fun video to kind of a sucky. So stay safe out there, everybody. Don't forget, today is the first day of the rest of your life. And do what you love. Do what you love. Okay? Just do what you love. All right, guys. Bye.